Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Barcelona informed of Jadon Sancho situation could make summer move. Barcelona are informed of the situation of Manchester United attacker Jadon Sancho and could approach to sign him during next summer's transfer window. The 23-year-old is currently indefinitely suspended by the Red Devils following his outburst over manager Erik Ten Hag's comments over him after the Arsenal loss. He has refused to apologize for criticizing Ten Hag, and this could pave the way for his departure. According to Sport, Sancho's representative has already spoken with Barcelona, and the Catalan Giants are well informed over the situation of the Englishman. Furthermore, they appreciate the qualities of the player, but a move needs to be financially viable. Sancho may need to accept a huge pay cut for a transfer. Elsewhere, United are open to loaning out Sancho in the new year so that they can preserve his transfer value ahead of a permanent sale next summer. Sancho has experienced a difficult career with United thus far. He arrived from Borussia Dortmund with a huge reputation, but has failed to find his feet. He has just 12 goals and 6 assists from 82 appearances. He has been disappointing thus far, and it appears he could head for the exit door soon. Sancho has no desire to apologize publicly to the manager. If his current stance continues, it's unlikely that he will be reintegrated into the squad. Barcelona could be a future destination for him, but that would also depend on whether he is prepared to accept a significant cut on his weekly wages. João Felix and João Cancelo accepted huge pay cuts to join the club on loan last month, and Sancho may have to do something similar next summer. For January, the 32 million euros rated star could be sent on loan. Roma have emerged as candidates to sign him on a short-term deal, with Jose Mourinho being an admirer. Erik Ten Hag makes a January transfer decision after Man United star's performances in training. Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag has reportedly decided not to sell Scott McTominay in the January transfer window after his impressive performances in training. The Scotland international has long been an important part of the Man United first team, even if never quite being an undisputed starter for the club, and there had been some questions about his future recently. Fabrizio Romano recently explained that McTominay could have left United in the summer, but only for the right offer, with the Red Devils happy to keep him around as a squad player if no one gave them the kind of money they'd be happy with. According to the Daily Star, it now seems McTominay has impressed in Man United training, and Ten Hag has decided not to let the player go this winter. McTominay surely has an important role to play at United this season, as he showed with his brilliant recent cameo against Brentford. The 26-year-old came off the bench and scored twice in stoppage time to give United a 2-1 win over the Bees in a dramatic finish at Old Trafford. Fabrizio Romano denies Manchester United receiving transfer approach for first-team star. Transfer news expert Fabrizio Romano has provided an update on Harry Maguire's situation at Old Trafford amid fresh links with a potential move to West Ham United. Writing in his exclusive column for the Daily Briefing, Romano insists that there has not been any fresh approach made for Maguire so far, but that this could be a situation to watch in January as the Red Devils look for new signings in defense. The journalist named some targets for Man United, such as Portuguese duo Antonio Silva and Gonzalo Inacio, while Jean-Claire Todibo and Edmond Tapsoba are also on the club's radar. That surely means Maguire could be offloaded to make room for these names, but for the moment it seems there is no fresh update on West Ham trying to bring the England international to the London stadium. The Hammers would surely do well to sign a proven player like Maguire, but we'll have to see what they decide to do in the weeks and months ahead. Romano said, Away from the Manchester United takeover, we continue to hear plenty of rumors about some big names facing uncertain futures at Old Trafford. The first one is Harry Maguire, who had chances to leave in the summer. Still, despite new links with West Ham, I am told Man United have not received any approach from West Ham at the moment. We will see in December, but at the moment, there are no discussions ongoing. Of course, Maguire's departure could be important as I have previously reported that United have plans to sign a new centre back in 2024. The names I have already mentioned are Antonio Silva, Jean-Claire Todibo, Gonzalo Inacio, and Edmo Tapsoba, but these are difficult targets for January. Manchester United star could leave for right offer in January, says a transfer expert. Manchester United forward Anthony Martial could leave the club in the January transfer window if the offer is right, according to Fabrizio Romano in his exclusive column for the Daily Briefing. The Red Devils are not having the best season so far, and one imagines Erik could do well to make changes to the squad when the opportunity comes along again in January. It seems Martial is one member of this Man United squad that could be allowed to move on as long as the club receive a good enough offer, though it seems there weren't any opportunities for him to join anyone else in the summer. It's fair to say Martial is not the player he once was, and it makes sense that top teams might now be unsure about paying what's required to sign the Frenchman. The 27-year-old might be more tempting once he is a free agent, so it will be interesting to monitor his situation in the coming months. Discussing Martial's future, Romano said, "There are also fresh rumors surrounding Martial's future, and my understanding is that the situation remains same as July-August with an important proposal. Martial could leave in January. Otherwise, Man United would be happy to keep him as part of the rotations. He was never actually close to leaving in the summer, as Man United never received an important bid for him at that time." Casemiro's ankle badly swollen, has not trained ahead of Uruguay game. Manchester United midfielder Casemiro twisted his ankle during the recent World Cup qualifier for his country, according to Globo Esporte. The Brazilian started against Venezuela at home last week, but he was substituted in the 79th minute. The visitors went on to equalize in his absence. Speaking after the game, interim manager Fernando Diniz revealed that the 31-year-old asked to be substituted after picking up an ankle injury. Globo now report that the midfielder twisted his ankle during the game, but he opted to continue playing until his substitution in the second half. Casemiro's ankle is now badly swollen, and he did not train during Saturday's session. He will undergo further examination on the issue today. Casemiro has been inconsistent in the United shirt this term, but he continues to remain a key starter under manager Erik ten Hag in all competitions. The 40 million euros rated star has been brilliant with his defensive and offensive contributions since his arrival from Real Madrid, and his absence would be a huge blow. Unlike last season, United have a quality replacement at hand in Sofiane Amrabat, but the Moroccan is a different kind of player compared to the Brazilian. While Casemiro is known for his tough tackling skills, Amrabat is someone who prefers to control possession. He rarely contributes in the final third. Casemiro has not been playing to the best of his ability, but he is a world-class player nonetheless. Hopefully, he makes a quick recovery from his swollen ankle. Manchester United exploring shock January move for Umar Sadiq. Injuries and off-field controversies aside, Manchester United have struggled to score goals, just like in Erik ten Hag's first season in charge of the club. Last term, United scored the least number of goals among the top 6 sides, while this season, the Red Devils have only scored 9 times, the second lowest among the top 11 sides in the Premier League. The club brought in Rasmus Højlund in the summer, and the Dane has been on fire in the Champions League with 3 goals in 2 games, but is yet to open his account in the league. Ten Hag knew It would be unwise to put too much pressure on the 20-year-old considering his relative inexperience in Europe, but the club failed to back the manager yet again. As per Estadio Deportivo, United are targeting a surprise striker in Umar Sadiq of Real Sociedad. His former club Almeria are also in the race. The 26-year-old suffered a cruciate ligament rupture last season, which saw him play only 3 games for Sociedad. He has since made a comeback this season, but is struggling for minutes and form. He has made 9 appearances in all competitions, but is yet to find the back of the net, registering a solitary assist so far. His form suggests it will be yet another Glazer discount signing. The report from Estadio Deportivo reads, from England, without going any further, they point out Manchester United's interest in Sadiq for the next January market. Things are not going well at Old Trafford, and they are already thinking about strengthening their squad for January. It's not the only team that is waiting to see what happens with Sadiq in Spain without going any further. He has also been linked to Almeria with a view to a hypothetical return in the form of a loan. Ten Hag certainly needs a physical presence up front, but they should have learned from their Weghorst experiment and tried for a more prolific striker in January. Sadiq's signing seems underwhelming at best. Paris Saint-Germain joined Man United in race to sign Antonio Silva. Paris Saint-Germain have joined Manchester United in the race to sign Benfica wonderkid Antonio Silva at the end of the campaign. According to Ojogo, the 19-year-old is one of the best young centre-backs in world football at the moment, and he is already on the radar of United as per Portuguese outlet Record. However, they are not the only club interested in his services. Real Madrid are also in the hunt, and Les Parisiens have now joined the pursuit of the teenager. The club's football advisor Luis Campos has identified Silva as a strong candidate to put pressure on Marquinhos and Milan Skriniar for a starting position. The Red Devils were on the lookout for a marquee centre-back last summer, but they failed to pursue one after Harry Maguire decided to continue at the club. Maguire is likely to stay until the end of the season. The club may need to wait until next summer to purchase a replacement due to their tight financial fair play situation. Silva would be a fantastic signing for United this season. He has completed a stunning 94% of his passes in the Primera Liga, winning 3.6 tackles per appearance. The youngster has also made 4 clearances and has won a stunning 70% of his duels. In our review, he has all the traits to become a world-class defender. There are no surprises that he is already garnering interest. If United consider him as a top target, they should make contact with his super agent Jorge Mendes. Mendes has a good working relationship with United, and it could help in their pursuit of the teenage sensation who only made his first team debut last year. Silva currently has a release clause worth 120 million euros in his contract, and United may have to meet that figure to prize him away ahead of their European rivals. Sir Jim Ratcliffe strikes deal with the Glazers to acquire 25% of Manchester United. The long-awaited takeover of Manchester United is about to start, but it will not be completed for some time. It was reported earlier that Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani has withdrawn from the process, leaving Sir Jim Ratcliffe and his Ineos company as the last man standing. According to the Times and the Mail, Sir Jim has agreed a deal with the current owners, the Glazers, which will see him take just a 25% share of the club. This is understood to be the first step toward a gradual takeover that will eventually see Ineos become majority shareholders and therefore de facto owners of the Manchester club. The Times report reads, Ratcliffe and his petrochemicals firm Ineos will pay up to £1.3 billion for an initial 25% stake, with the agreement expected to be ratified at a board meeting this week. Ratcliffe's initial offer valued the club at more than £5 billion, a world record price for a sport franchise. A willingness to allow the Glazers to keep a stake has also been significant. There is no explanation from the Times as to what and when the next steps would be toward a majority stake holding, or indeed if that would be the case. The Mail leads with the headline that it's stage one of a full takeover, but there is little content in their article beyond saying should Ratcliffe, originally from Failsworth, Oldham, eventually complete his purchase, it would see a world record figure for a sports franchise. The outlet also says the deal will be ratified in a board meeting in the coming week. United fans who have been protesting Glazer ownership since they took control of the club 18 years ago will be horrified at what looks like the worst possible outcome for them. Sir James' investment will presumably allow the American tycoons to stay in control when it appeared they had run out of options. It may be that the deal will include an obligation for the Glazers to sell the rest of their shares to Ineos within a certain time frame, thus practically ensuring that their ownership is simply coming to a phased end. There have been so many twists and turns in this drawn out saga that it's hard to predict whether this is the beginning of the end, but if it is, then it's certainly not the outcome that many people would have wanted. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.